everyone, welcome to day 2 of our beginners yoga series. I'm really glad that you are here and joining me again for this practice. So we'll get started in seated, sitting up on something to make it a little easier for your hips, cross-legged or sitting on your heels. Close your eyes. Take a nice slow deep breath in and a slow deep breath out of your mouth. Let's do that again, starting with the breath. Feel it flowing in and exhale, letting go of some tension and allowing yourself to land here in this moment for your practice. One more time. Big breath in. And a big breath out. Nice. Inhale, circle your arms, reach them out and up to the sky. Exhale, palms together at your heart. Close the eyes. Take a moment to set your intention. What is your intention for your little practice today? Just to learn something new, to be open, to receive, maybe just to find a little bit of space in your body, just taking a moment for yourself. Whatever it is, focus on that now, and on your next breath, breathe that energy in. And then just let it go. Nice, so let's begin. Reach your arms up, interlace them now above the head, and flip your palms to face up. Now start to straighten your arms, but don't bunch your shoulders up. Keep them, the shoulders moving down away from your ears, and press your arms as straight as you can. Start to press your chest a little bit forward and your biceps, your arms a little bit back behind your ears. Press those palms up towards the sky, lengthen your spine, take another breath just like this, stretching it out, feeling good. And then gently release your arms and come all the way down. Big breath in and sigh it out. Beautiful. Let's come onto our hands and knees. So this is called tabletop pose. You want the crease of your wrists to be right in line with the top of your mat. If you don't have a mat, then just make them facing forward. You want your knees to be stacked right underneath your hips and your wrists right underneath your shoulders. Spread your fingers wide. So most people have a tendency to just put their hands on the mat like so, but spread your fingers wide, make lots of space between each finger. That gives you more surface area and it will help to protect your wrists. So press into the fingertips, claw the mat like you're a cat clawing a blanket. And we are going to move through something called cat-cow. So as you inhale, drop the belly down, kind of stick your butt up, and pull the chest forward, lift your gaze up. This is cow pose. And then as you exhale, go the other way around the spine, press the ground away from you, straight arms, gently tuck your chin into your chest and your tailbone, tuck that down. Pull your belly button in towards your spine. This is cat pose, like an angry cat. Spread across the shoulder blades. And now we'll flow between these two following the breath. So linking movement and breath. Inhale, come through, drop the belly, pull your heart forward, lift the gaze. Exhale, round the back, press your hands straight down, spread the shoulder blades wide. So now keep flowing gently between these two places, following the rhythm of your breath. So if it's a bit slower or faster than me, no worries at all. Just letting it feel good, waking up the spine. One more round. Come to pause. Sit back on your heels, using a prop if needed, and just gently circle out your wrists. So make a little fist and gently circle out your wrists one way and the other way. Maybe this is the first time you're putting some weight on your wrists, and we do that a lot in yoga. So just gently introducing our bodies to this. Okay, so come back to tabletop. Spread the fingers wide, arms are straight. Tuck your toes now. And extend your right leg straight back to the back of your space. Your leg is straight and strong. Press into both hands equally Press into the right toes, lift up your left leg and send it back as well. So now you're in plank, your core is strong, pulled in, your quads are squeezing, turned on, and your gaze is down or a little bit forward. Press your hands down through the mat, and then gently bring your left knee down, and then your right, and sit back on your heels. So another option, if you're really not feeling strong in the upper body just yet, another option for plank is to have the knees down, and that is absolutely fine to do whenever there's plank in a class. So we can start in tabletop, and so in tabletop, the knees are right underneath the hips, but for a modified plank, we just want to take the knees back behind the hips. So we'll actually start by extending the legs straight like we did before, regular plank, and then you realize this is way too much for me. I can't maintain a healthy, happy, strong spine and core. So bring your knees down straight from here. So notice how my knees are behind my hips. So this way, I'm still building strength in the upper body and in the core. Because if my knees are right underneath my hips, they're taking a lot of the weight, and they're taking all the weight of my hips. So we want to have them further back. So there's still lots of weight in my arms, in my fingertips. My core is still really strong. I'm still tucking the tailbone down and engaging my core. And then I can just breathe here, and this is where you can work from. Amazing. First plank pose. Interlace your hands and just draw little circles, little figure 8 patterns with your wrists. So plank is an amazing full body strengthening pose. One of the most common misalignments that I see is no engagement in the core and then like a sinking and sagging in the low back. So we don't want that. So even just sitting here on your heels, I want you to tuck your tailbone down. So bring one hand to your low belly and one to your low back. And just start by kind of sticking your butt back. So you're kind of caving in the low back. And now tuck the tailbone down, go the other way, tilting the pelvis back. So you're drawing your pubic bone up towards your belly button and creating more space in the low back. Tailbone tucks down. So you can kind of see this in my hips. So the tailbone tucks down, and now the core is engaged, and the low back has space and is healthy and happy. So this is what we want to do in plank. And so you might think your hips might feel a little bit higher than they are, and that is fine. So come back to tabletop. Yes, spread the fingers wide, press your arms down, and just right here, tuck the tailbone down, pull your belly button in, tuck your toes. Now extend your left leg straight back, your leg is straight and strong, tuck the toes down, press into your hands, tuck the tailbone down, press your left toes, and now extend your right leg straight back as well. Pull the low belly in, press your hands down, lift your hips a little bit higher, squeeze your legs. Press more into your fingertips, claw the mat like a cat. Breathe deeply and feel some heat in your entire body. Can you tuck your tailbone down more, engage your core a little more, and then bring both knees down. Sit back on your heels, take a breath. Good, so now we're going to move from plank into downward facing dog. And essentially down dog is you're making the shape of an upside down V or a triangle or a mountaintop with your body. So you want to have a neutral spine. We don't want to be arching or rounding the back too much. We want the spine to be neutral, the arms as straight as they can be, and the legs, if you're quite tight, they will have a nice little bend in them, and that is fine, and we'll start to slowly work them a little bit straighter the more you practice and the more the body opens. So we're aiming for an upside down V, balancing on our hands and our feet, and the hips are the top of this V or the top of the mountain. So we'll start in tabletop. Tuck the toes. Send your left leg back and then your right leg back for plank, nice and strong. Press your fingertips down and now start to pull the belly in and press your hands straight down. Lift your hips up and back. The heels can stay lifted and your knees can be bent. Press your chest kind of through your arms. And now hang your head down. You don't need to gaze forward. Relax your neck. Lift your hips up towards the sky. And take a breath right here. You want your spine to be neutral. So bend your knees as much as you need to for that to happen. Press your chest, kind of your stomach towards your thighs a little bit more. Press your arms a little bit straighter, fingertips into the mat, and your sit bones, lift them up towards the sky. Draw your low ribs, draw them in a little bit, engaging the core a little more, helping to flatten and lengthen your spine. Take one more breath, just like this. Maybe press the heels a little bit more towards the ground. And then gently bring your right knee down and your left knee down and sit back on your heels. Amazing. Let's just roll out the wrists again one more time. So we'll just do one more round of down dog, and that's it for our little practice today. So these are pretty fundamental poses in so many different styles of yoga, and I know it might seem completely unfamiliar right now, and that's totally fine. But getting comfortable in your down dog, it might also seem like a lot of effort, and it is. It's a lot of upper body strength, and so as you practice more and build more stamina and more strength in your upper body, it will become easier, and believe it or not, eventually down dog becomes more of a resting pose. In more vigorous classes, down dog can be a resting place. And if you're like, no way, I don't believe it, that's okay. So one more round. Come to tabletop, tuck the toes. We'll start with the right leg, send the right leg back, and then left leg back for plank. Straighten your arms, press into your fingertips, pull your belly button in, squeeze your quads. Now press your fingertips down more, send the shoulders back, hips high, coming into your upside down V. Bend your knees a lot and lift your heels up high and press your stomach towards your thighs. Lift the sit bones up towards the sky and maybe start to straighten your legs out a little bit. Keeping your spine long and neutral. If the knees need to stay bent, that's perfect. If you can get them straight, then that's awesome too. And the heels are just pressing towards the earth. Try and press all of your knuckles down, that first knuckle on your hands. Claw the fingertips. Take one more breath. Remember your intention. Breathe it in, and then you can bring your knees down. Find a comfortable seat, sitting on your heels or sitting cross-legged. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Let's just do a little roller coaster for the wrists. So interlace your fingers and start to make a little woo, a little wave through the arms. Close your eyes here and just focus back on your breath. Go the other way with your roller coaster. Amazing, and then just release your hands down onto your thighs, palms up or down. Lengthen the spine up, take a nice deep breath in. Exhale, let everything go completely. Taking a moment of stillness to finish. Breathing into this beautiful space. Inhale, circle your arms, reach them up towards the sky. And exhale, palms to your heart. Honoring each other, the goodness that is within everyone, the light that is within me honors the light that is within you. Namaste. Awesome. Thank you so much for joining me for day 2 of this series. I hope you enjoyed today's practice. If you need to do this day again later today or tomorrow, then that's fine. These are really fundamental poses for so many different styles of yoga, and it's going to take some time for the body to get used to it and to build that strength and stamina. So no worries at all if this was really challenging for you today. It is all good. So make sure you like, subscribe, and follow me, and come back here tomorrow for another day of yoga with Arissa. All the best. Have a wonderful day.